What's going on, YouTube? We're losing some daylight, so today's going to be a little bit of a quicker video and also a little bit different. I want to talk today because I just got done with trying to get through to somebody about motivation, but I don't like to call it motivation just because it's fleeting. It's a feeling and it kind of comes and goes. You know, it's not something to build a foundation on, because there's times, you know, you feel more fired up than you don't, and other times you're not feeling it. And that's where the dedication, discipline, all that stuff comes in, right? But that's a good surface point. I want to just dive deeper into that, and that's all I'm gonna leave you with today. This is just through like my personal experience of attempting things and then failing and then trying again and failing and then getting a little bit of motion and then cutting that off too and trying something new. Guys, nobody out there at all tries with anything. And if they do, they don't try for more than a week or two because they're motivated for a week or two and then they just give up. So I'm not saying it's just entirely easy to win, because it is difficult out there. However, if you stick with something for long enough time, you just decrease the probability of failing. And failing is really just giving up, because no matter what you do, there's going to be setbacks. There's going to be things that drag you down. And if you just don't quit and you get through everything, you will just eventually win, and you didn't never fail because you never give up. Now, I've went from one industry to another, and I could say I failed at this certain thing, but I'm not a failure because I've never given up. There was just a point where with those things, I was like, you know what, man, I got to throw in the towel. Like, you have to give yourself also. This is very, very, very important. You have to give yourself some time. Not as in, oh, you know, it's just going to work out. It's going to just take time. No, you have to give it a full valiant effort for at least 1 year. 1 year minimum. All 4 seasons need to go around doing that thing for you to even have the option of being like, you know what, I want to get done with this, because you don't even know what you don't know. And throughout that year, you're going to figure out a lot. You're going to grow a lot. You're going to learn a lot. And so if you haven't given it a full year, you can't even say that you attempted it. You can't even say that you tried. The thing about trying as well, back to that specific point and how nobody ever tries, is that even if something doesn't pan out, you do something for a full year and you're just like, you know what, man, like I gave it a shot and it's just not meant to be. It's not going to happen. At least you have a story. I had a 6-figure job, low 6 figures, like 100K flat, pretty much, tip-based. And I left to go door-to-door selling, sell solar door-to-door. And I had a lot of buddies that were killing it. I mean, making what I make in a year and a month. Like, ridiculous numbers, bro. I gave it a shot. I quit my job and I did it for a full year. And I was going broke. Not only were they ascending like a rocket, I was going broke. And I gave it a full year before I was like, you know what? I got to go back to my job. And granted, it's a great job. It's a great job. But when you have an opportunity like that, you feel like you're failing. You see all your buddies going crazy and you can't even make rent. So it got in my head a little bit. But if I would have never left my job to take that risk, I wouldn't be able to have the story. I would have always been sitting there, and I'd still be at the same job because I would have never tried anything. I would have just been like, what if? What if I actually did try? What if it did work out? I would never know. I would never have the answer. And so that pain of regret, this is something I knew before anything, before any experience. I knew the pain of regret would be more than the pain of failing and not even trying. And nobody tries, bro. I mean, depending on what age you are, if you're in high school, you can see nobody tries. When you get into the workforce, you see your coworkers, you can see nobody tries. And it doesn't matter what age you are. If you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you look around, nobody tries. Nobody tries because they're so scared of failure. And the thing is, even if you do fail, I had to walk back into my job after I told everybody about this opportunity and that I was never coming back. I had to walk back in there and be like, hey, I need a job. I need a job. And you know, the crazy part is that maybe for 2 weeks, you heard some chirps. You're just like, oh, yeah, I'm back working here. Like, what, bro? What? Like, haha, I guess, you know, things didn't work out. I'm back here. Now it's been a year and a half since I've been back at this job. Nobody even brings it up. Everybody forgot. Even if I tell people, they're like, oh, you've been here, you know, a few years. I'm like, yeah, I worked here for a year. I left. I've been back about a year and a half. They all, oh, I forgot you even left. That's right. Yeah, I forgot you had left. You did the one thing. They don't even know. They don't even care. People have their own lives, and we're the main characters on our own, but to everybody else, dude, they got their own lives, even if they're losers. That just means they're concerned with loser things. They're not concerned about you. They might make a comment to you. They might bring you up in a conversation that lasts 30 seconds, and then they're back to scrolling, and they're back to their loser life. And so it's not to diss them at all, but you're not the main focus. So there is no perception of other people. It's all what you make of it in your head. If you're thinking, oh, I'm scared to do this because of the failure and these people will say something, they might say something for like 20 seconds or a comment, and that's it. So you're going to let somebody's 20-second thought that might happen affect you from even trying in life. You're going to let it full on stop you. That's the problem that we got right now. People are scared to try anything. And it's because it makes everybody else feel inferior, because they wish that they could have actually tried and that opportunity they had in their life way back when. But they never took the risk. They never had the courage to do something. My throat's getting dry. I'm probably going to wrap this up, guys. It's getting late. I will leave you with this. Okay? Do not ever live with regret. You've all got those opportunities out there. We all have that thing that we think could pan out. Do it. Do it and manage your risk, obviously. Maybe don't quit your full-on 9-to-5 like I did. But look, maybe do it. That's where I was at. That's what I had to do at the time. I truly, to my bones, believed that that was the best move. And to this day, I don't regret it. All those things I learned throughout that experience, I get to carry them to what I'm doing today, and it only makes you better. And that's how you never lose. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.